Alrighty guys, so welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing a Mascara Monday, and this is on the BADgal Bang mascara from Benefit. So yeah, and if you notice, I have been pre-filming basically because I am moving, so I wanted to get some videos done so that way, in case anything happened, I could have some to put up. So Kitten's been chilling in the background for a while, but yeah, that's, you know, we talking about new things, so it don't matter. You don't need to, this is still nice, it don't matter. So let's talk about this mascara. It hasn't really changed at all. It did kind of bring So I have basically a week's worth of photos, but I've been wearing this for like 2 weeks now. So we're just gonna go real fast through the photos. The first day there was a bit of fallout, but I had just gotten back in from the gym. So that day I started wearing it at like 3 in the morning and I went to the gym at like 5, so I think it wore pretty well. The next day I did not go to the gym. It was just kind of like a normal day, so there was no fallout, so there wasn't any like exercise, I guess, to make it worse. But I kind of want a mascara to be able to work when I go to the gym. So the third time I took a picture, it had like barely any fallout, but the curl was still nice. That day it was a pretty long day. The next day there was no fallout again. It lasted long, it curled long. But then the day after, I don't remember quite what concealer I was wearing. I think the mascara that I wore was the Kokie Be Bright Illuminating Concealer, and maybe that didn't go over too well with it. Just a little bit on like the right side of my eye there was a little bit of smudging, but nothing too crazy. And then the very last day there was a little bit more fallout, so there definitely pieces do come off. Finally the last day is fallout and a little bit of smudging under the eye. That day I had gone to the gym as well, so I think if you don't go to the gym, this is a pretty good mascara. If you do, it's definitely not going to last through it. So I'm kind of like torn in between, because at first I didn't like it at all, because the wand on it, it makes your like lashes really clumpy and kind of annoying to have to separate. So I had to use my separator for like a week. I mean, not a week, sorry, like a couple days until it kind of dried out just a little bit. And then there was like a middle phase where everything was perfect and there was no fallout, there was no flaking or anything. There was no like smudging. The formula was easier to separate your lashes. It wasn't as dry, but it still built really well. And now I'm wearing it today. It's kind of towards the last phases of it, but it's a bit drier, so there's not as much product on the brush, which makes it easier to like put the brush through your lashes. But now it'll kind of clump up a little, which makes no sense with formulas. But now that it's drier, it clumps more, so that's kind of weird. So I do now have to go back in with a separator most of the time and try to fix that, because I don't want like weird chunky lashes. I just want them to be like full and pretty. So it's just kind of, I don't think it's worth the money. That is the kicker here, I guess. It is a good mascara, but would I pay like $20-something for it? I'll put like the price below. That's gonna be a no for me, but I'm glad I did get a sample size. It doesn't irritate my eyes or cause any like redness, or it doesn't do any of that. Even when it does flake, I think I've gotten a couple in my eye, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't burn, nothing like that. So I think the formula is decent. The brush is okay. I definitely was like a learning curve, learning how to use like this weird little tiny spiky thing. But overall, would I buy the full size? Probably not, just because I do have other mascaras I prefer. But this is definitely not like one of the worst I've ever tried. Like, this wouldn't really make it into my top 10 mascaras, but you know, it's like 11 or 12, that sort of thing. So I do prefer this over, let's see, the Volumazing. Not the Volumazing. The Volumazing is pretty good. I do prefer this over the Lights, Cameras, Flashes, just because it makes my lashes longer than this one does. But I recently actually have been combining both of these because this one gives more fullness and this one gives more length. So you kind of gotta mix formulas with this one a little bit to get everything you're really wanting. But I will insert a clip of me applying it, and I did do it today. So I mean, it hasn't been on too long, but that doesn't matter because you already know how it wears. So let me insert the clip for you. Yeah, so overall, I do like it, but I think on like a rating, I would give it like a 3-star out of 5. If I was doing like a review on like Sephora or Ulta, if I decide to do one. But I don't like that it flakes, and it's kind of just dependent on like the humidity outside and that sort of thing, if it's gonna flake or not. Recently, now that it's the summer, there's been quite a bit of humidity. So it's just kind of been like a give or take kind of thing with the mascara, and I want to know that my mascara is never going to flake or smudge on me. So it's kind of weird, but yeah. Alright guys, if you want to continue to watch my videos and be updated, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so you know when to come back. But besides that, I will see you guys in my next video.